Hello, this is John. Welcome to Vintage Rust. Um, Hope everybody's doing well. I'm gonna make another video here. I changed the name of this channel um, to Classic Restoration, not Restoration, Restoration, because it seems like all I deal with is rust on these old things. Anyway, so that'll be the new name from here on out. I just have to remember to say it. I was having a hard time saying the other name. I don't know if it's a mental thing or something, but anyway. So Um, so we're going to get started. Back on the square body again. Um, the last video I was working on the floor, did some welding. Let me show you that right here. Let me just drop you down a little bit and see if I can show you this. Or I actually did some welding here. I did some welding right there. I think I got another video I still have to post and it showed me welding that. I'm not positive. But anyway, so I'm going to raise this back up if I can. I'm going to try to um, weld some more on this floor. I've got a lot of welding to do, but I'm getting there. I feel good about that because I got the inner panel here, which I told you guys about that before. Let me turn it down a little bit so you can see it. So I did weld this piece in. I got all of this all ground down, the paint off of them. I got this welded up. I've got it welded up to this bracket down here. And this has good penetration to the other side. I was looking at that. So, and that's what I'm thinking. One of the things I was looking for is good penetration, and it does. Has real good. So I feel good about that. I've got to go over here on this side. Let me bring you back down here again. Let's see here. All right, and then let's move you on down there. Let me get this flashlight kind of up out of the way here. All right. So today I'm just going to work on this floor. I'm going to try to do some more welding. I'd like to get it welded across here, and I'd like to get it welded some more here. I started working on this weld back here. I don't know if you can see it or not. I started working on this weld back here, and wasn't going as well as I would have liked. This side on the end here, this one did a lot better. But the difference is on this side, I was butt welding this stuff. It's a whole different ball game here trying to butt weld it. One thing is I needed to get that down farther. Everywhere where I got it down, it seemed to be okay. Like right here, I couldn't. I got to figure out how to get that down. Over here now, when I start going up this side, it's gonna be an overlap. This one up here, but I think a little bit here. I've got to butt weld it. Try to bang that down. We'll just see how it goes. Because that's the next step. I got to get this floor welded in. Then once I get the floor welded in, then I can get this outer panel done. But before I complete that one, once I get the floor welded in, I'm gonna put the door on. I've got to I fixed this hinge up here. The bushings are bad. Now I got to do this one at the bottom. Get the bushing straight there, and then I'm gonna put my door on. Not the one with the rust, but the one up on the other square body. That's a pretty good door there. So I'm going to put it on and then make sure that this panel down here, make sure it fits good. I can't remember what the name of this panel is. Anyway, got to make sure that panel fits good. It fits good to the door, the bottom of the door. Before I weld it on up, I want to make sure we're good there. So that'll be next one. So, but today I'd like to do some more welding on this. Hopefully I can get somewhere. I know there's some of the little spots here. I could try to weld those up, but I want to try to get some welding on these holes here. See if that'll help me out there, like that one. And then, of course, work my way across here. Since I've got this here, some of this, what I've got to do is I have to, oh, my light went out. The battery must have went up on it. There it is. I forgot where I was. You know what I was talking about. Anyway, so I've got to bang some of this down, and I was trying to do it without it being welded, and it was given too much. I couldn't get it to actually bend. now that I've got it welded a little bit, I want to try to get it better. And then once I get it better, then I should be able to bang one. Because what I want to do is this bottom piece. Oh, again, I'm sorry about that. This bottom piece right here, I need to bang this piece up right here. This down and that up. It's just the way it's sitting. It's not in a good spot. So I think I want to try to see if I can weld this a little bit better. If I can get that welded better there, then I'm going to try to get back on that. So let's get started here and see what we got. See what we can get done. All right, let's. Hopefully, I can get you over here, and I won't be in your way. All right, let me get my welder plugged up. All right, what do I do with the cord? There we go. All right. Sorry to have to leave you like that, but I got to get this plugged up. All right. So I'm back. I'm back. So that's plugged up. All right. Now I got to get. Well, one of the things I want to do is I want to take this and clean this up a little bit. Again, like I said before, having that metal clean makes all the difference in the world as to whether that's going to stick or not. Same thing here. I Can you see that? Let's see if you can see what I'm doing there. Yes, you can. Just trying to make sure that that is conducive to welding. All right, so let's get started over here. Let's see here. Might raise you up a little bit, then angle you down a little bit, so hopefully you can see it. And hopefully I won't be in the way. You never know, though. One thing I know, don't wear your welding helmet and a pair of safety glasses at the same time. Doesn't work so well. I couldn't figure out yesterday when I had it on, I was welding, or the day before, and ended up, when I took it off, I was, wait a minute, I have my other safety glasses on. All right, so that's better. All right, let me get this on. All right. Oh, well, let me turn that back off. I forgot. I took the ground off. Let's see, where'd I have it at? I took it off because I was working on this piece here. All right, this. Wait a minute. Let me put this. These things are worth their weight in gold. I'm telling you. Said just throwing your gun down, you got a place to set it. I mean, maybe some guys like just throw it down. I don't know. All right, so I'm gonna try to do a little bit back here. So let me kick it on. So this the goal today is to try to get some of this welded up here. Um, all right, gloves. I got that light because I can't half see. So believe it or not, it helps me when I'm welding. All right, let's see here. It's pretty rough right there. Let me see. We'll cut that off. A little piece of that. I don't know if you can see that. Chop that off there. I have found. I'm trying to figure out. Like I've been trying to figure out how to weld. If the wire gets out real far, it doesn't really do a real good job. But if you can get in real close, so you keep that wire real short, it seems to do a lot better job. It's just something to consider when you're working. All right, let's see what we got here. Just like that. Burned a hole in. I was doing real good too. I got all the way over to there. But that'll be tricky trying to get that. That's a big hole. I tell you what I found though is if you again keep the gun real close and then feed off of the other weld, like start on the other weld and then go, forward. That seems to help it a lot. Instead of just, when you're spot welding, that's one thing. You're doing here, here, here. That's one thing. But once you're trying to weld it all up, you just feed off the other one. So I blew a hole in there. So let's try a different spot. This is the one I think here that I need to get. Get that pushed down. Same thing here. Maybe I can get it in here. I'm not sure. That ready to burn a hole because there's a big spot there. Move down this way a little bit. Something else I figured out too, doing short bursts. Just zip, zip. If you try to just go zzz, you end up almost always burning a hole. Not always, but whoa. It hold my hand on that trigger. Tell you, if you ever come across this problem here, you don't want to waste all that. Like if it goes bad, I cut it off. So what I do is, in the machine, I open it up where the door is, and I just turn the reel, pull it back in. That stuff, there you go. See it? It costs too much money to be chopping all that off. All right, so I got that little bit. Now what I'm going to do here is I'm going to clean this again. The cleaner it is, I find the better it works. So just period. I mean, you can take a regular wire brush. I have one around here somewhere, but you can take this kind if you want to use that. But to me, it doesn't do quite as good a job. I use that, and it just seems like it knocks it out pretty fast. All right, so we did pretty good here. I still have more to do in this section, but I've got to get some of that knocked back down. I had my hammer here, as I'm always losing my hammer. If you watch my videos, you see I'm always losing my hammer. There it is. I'll lose them. It's right in front of me. All right, so what I want to do here is this little spot here. I don't know if you can see it, but right where that is, it sticks up a little bit, and it's got to be tight against that sheet metal. It's got to be tight against the metal, or it'll just burn a hole in it. Okay, you got to keep going. That was the problem. I didn't have it down far enough, so I'll burn a hole in it. Same thing over here. See where we're at. That's a lot better. Now I got to go this way. It's the same thing. Got this speaker wire just keeps hanging in my way. This is speaker wire, right? Yep, speaker wire. Wait a minute. I don't know what that is. I don't know if that's a speaker wire or not, but it has a clip on it, as you can see. So I don't want to cut it off. I'm going to keep this. I'm going to move it around here so I don't chop it off. Burn it. All right, so I've got this, cleaned, and I banged it down right in there. It looks like, look at this, I might be able to get that. We're going to find out. Let me see. Let's try it and see. See, once you get it welded a little bit, it gives it some stability. And then once you get the stability, then you can kind of bang it down a little bit, That's why I normally use these screws, but in this section here, because it's being put together, because I cut this section, because I was going to try to put the whole thing. And so I had already done this section, and then I decided to just do this. So that's why that's like that. I'm going to have to butt. There's nothing I can do about it. So let me just get in here and see what we can do with it. All righty. There we go. Mhm. Where are we in here? Oh, yeah, not looking too bad. The here, I don't know if I'm gonna get them just blow holes in it. Now, something else I do too, as I'm gonna get the wire low, just a little bit longer. Where's it at here? So I got the wire low. That's a little bit longer, but keep the wire low, which keeps it in tight. And then you feed it off the next one, right? You know, off the last one, I mean, you feed it off of that one there. And then another thing that I do too is I kind of push in as I'm doing it, right? Because you are burning up this wire. So I'm kind of pushing in. At the same time, I'm moving it the direction that I'm going. And you do it real slow. And you can kind of watch it, you know, when you're doing it. Let me put this down and wire brush that. You can kind of watch it when you're doing it, and you can see whether you're doing good or not. Got a piece in my ear. So lovely. Careful shaking my head, my brain might fall out. That would not be good. All right, you can see there's a lot of splatter there, but it's not too bad. Over here, let me see there. I wonder if I could do a little bit better in that spot. Put this back up here. Hopefully you can still see. Maybe I can move you over a little bit. I'd like you to see I'm doing it, but I got to get down there in order to do it. I got to get right up on it. The only way I can figure. That burn a hole. I was doing good. There's kind of a gap right in there, and if you can see that, let me see if I can get you over here. I don't know if you can see it, but hopefully you can. There's a gap right there, and as soon as I hit it, burn a hole. See the other spot, I burn a hole right there. Hopefully you can see that. Um, the only thing I know that you can do in a case like that is, like, say, uh, that one guy, it's Fritzy's Fabrications. I like to watch his show. He uses coat hangers, and they seem to work pretty good. Lay it in there and weld it in. You can also use little pieces of metal. I just had a little piece here not too long ago. I had a little piece. You can weld almost anything in there that you want. You could even take a screw. like this. You take that little screw and drop it in there and see if you can weld that on. Let me see if I can do that. I don't know if I'll be able to. Let's see. We're going to try it. Worst they can do is not work, right? Well, I'm working out as good as I'd like. Let's see if we can grind on it just a little bit. See what we come up with. Uh, let's see. Here we go. It's not too bad for a guy that can't MIG weld. Let me get you over and let you take a look at it. If you're good, it'll be a whole lot better than that. But let's see here. If we can get you in here. Let's see. Turn this on. Of course, now we look. Okay, you can see the weld there. Um, Not too bad. It could be a lot better, but it's holding. I still have a bunch more to do. Well, I feel good about that, though. Let's see what we got here. Pretty, pretty solid right there. So that's good. Now what I want to do is I like to get started. I got this welded up here. Let me pull you down just a little bit. So I got this welded up, and I like to try to start going across here. Maybe do some tack welds. So let's give that a whirl and see what happens. Worst we can do is burn a hole through it, right? See if I can get you over here. I don't know if this would be better or if that'd be worse. Let me move my welder a little bit. Let's see. Can you see what I'm doing there? And I'm not sure if you can, but I'm gonna turn it this way. The flashlight, so hopefully it doesn't make it harder for you to see. All right. Let me get gloves. That's pretty much all you gotta do. Just keep chugging away. Um, I got a lot of gaps in this piece because I don't know if you've seen the last video where I knocked that bottom piece down a lot, and then I pulled this piece up, right, to get it in a better spot, and then I beat this piece back in place. But so I do see a few gaps here. Maybe what I'll do is get them in there good and tight, and then we'll go from there. See what we get. I think I'm right the way the camera. All right, this light is really, although I need that light, it's really causing my, it's causing my, okay. Well, I'm going to have to keep you over here. Like to get in on the action here, but I can't seem to get it where I'm going to be able to actually weld it. All right, let's see. It's got this glass in it. I don't know if the glass that's clean. Maybe the piece inside there is really dirty. I don't know. All right. Well, anyway, I'll go and end it there, and then I'll pick it back up in a little bit. All right. I think I might have got it fixed. Might have gotten it fixed. There we go. Let my mama hear me talk like that. All right, let's give it a whirl. I gotta clean it. It's being difficult. Did it again. All right, give it a whirl. A little bit there. Try to come over here a little bit. Sticking out right there a little bit. Where's my hammer? There it is. See if we can go back in. Um, oh, there we go. One thing you gotta do, you gotta make sure it's tight. If not, it'll give you problems. All right, let's give it a whirl. Got a few spots there. Realistically, I could probably pull this screw out. Where's my drill? My goodness. Tell you, terrible being like this. Drill. It's got to be right in front of me somewhere. Because I had it just a little bit ago. This one will clean it up, but that's not the one I need. I need my Phillips one. Show you that right there. Let's get you looking at this guy here. Can you see that? I can't tell if you can see it. See right there, got it all welded right there. See? It's not real pretty, but it does the trick. Grind it down. Oh, did I even have you down there where you could see it? Of course not. I'm a terrible cameraman. Let's see, get you down a little further too. All right, now I gotta find my drill. Oh my goodness, I had it right down here a few minutes ago, and now I can't find it. Woohoo! Ah, here we go. I found it. I had set it back out of the way so I wouldn't be able to find it. All right, here we go. I'm just going to take that screw out, see if we can finish that little bit up right there, if possible. Yeah. All right. That screw out. Now that'll leave me a little spot right there. That'll leave me a little spot right there to, I don't know if you can see that, but leave me that little spot there. Go ahead and weld that up. I still have to get a piece for here, if you can even see that. Let me get a piece for there. But we're not there yet. So let me set back over here. You can see a little bit better that way. Not sure. All right. Yeah. Let's give it a whirl. Let's try it again. You think we'll try and move you though? I really don't want to put my butt in your face. And I'm sure you don't want it there either. All right. Give it a whirl. There's a screw hole right there. See if I can load that up. We'll see how that goes. All right, because I'm gonna get. Let's see. Let's grind it up. See what we got here. What I should do. I should go ahead and put my safety goggles on here, safety glasses, whatever you want to call them. Oh my goodness. Not too bad. Should be a lot better, but um, got plenty here. I think I need to do more there. Yeah, I think I could probably do some more welding right there, and that's fine. Although it looks like it's holding, I think it could use some more help. One thing that you want to do is you want to look for good penetration underneath, or on the other side of it, I guess I should say. Does it have good penetration? There it does. I think it do. That's what you see that smoke coming from. Let's see, it's right here. Yeah, seems to have pretty good penetration. So we got a screw hole there. Yeah, seems to be. So I probably wouldn't have to do anything to it, but I just feel like maybe I should do a little bit more. I don't know. Let me get you up here where I am. For some reason you're not up here. Let me tell you. I have a really good tripod. I can't get it to hold a camera. It's a pretty sturdy one. I guess you could probably see it right there. See a tripod right there? That one's pretty sturdy. How do I get it to hold a camera on top of it? I'd like to use that one because it's sturdy. This one, look at this. I move it around. That's how much it moves. It's ridiculous. All right, so it did get a little bit. I feel good about that. I think what I'm going to have to do is, you see what I have to do here. So I think what I'm going to do is cut the video off, and then I'm going to do a lot of this welding. Then next video I can show you what all I've got done here. I'll take it in steps, only because you really can't see what I'm doing anyway. I'm trying to tell you how I'm doing it. Like I was saying before, you got to keep the wire short. Keep the wire short. I don't know if you can see that. That looks like it's real long, but it's actually really short. And that way you're getting close to it. And I'm not sure if maybe it's because this stuff has that coating on it. And so maybe it's because when you're in real close, that coating stays right there and helps it to weld. Where if you're out farther, that coating burns off, but it's not doing much good because you're so far away. Next thing is, again, you want to try to get short bursts. So just zip, zip, and you kind of feel it as you go. How long you can hold it. And one thing it helps is having good solid metal. So this metal here in this truck is probably like an 18 gauge. I don't know for sure, but it's pretty heavy. And this piece that I bought, it feels like it's pretty heavy piece of floor. So I probably should take a piece I cut off of it and just see if I can figure out how to measure it and see what thickness is. But you know, when you have thicker, when it's like 18 gauge or thicker, like maybe 16 gauge, you weld better. 18, 20, 22 starts getting real thin. You burn through that real easy. Anyway, so you would keep it short, keep it in tight. That's to the metal. Short burst. And then once you get a spot weld, what you want to try to do is feed off of that spot weld to the next spot. So you start on that spot weld and then you work your way, whichever way you're going, you kind of take it and then move it real little, of course, while you're while you're welding, just move it a little bit. Move it a little bit. And feeding off of that other spot weld seems to help keep you from, blowing a hole in the metal. And that seems to do better. But you got to keep in mind, when you're doing metal, because this is one of the problems I had with the other square body was I had a lot of rust in that truck. And I was working on it. But I think I said before, I had done the roof and the inside came out great. I cut that piece, put a new piece in there, welded on, came out like that. The one on top, when I did it, it was going real well. And then when I started welding it all the way across, I had spot welded it all the way. And I guess I shouldn't have done it that way, but I started trying to, weld all the way across and then it warped. So you got to keep that in mind with warping. Warping, it happens so quick. So you do your spot welds here, there, right on the cross. And then you feed off of them and don't just do the whole thing. Do a little bit over there, a little bit over here, whatever. Do a little bit at a time and keep an eye out for warping because you don't want to warp your metal. Hard to get warped metal out. I did see a thing on one of these shows. A guy had a big round disc and he puts it on his grinder and he just lays it on there and runs it around. The heat from that disc does something and helps to shrink the metal somehow. I don't know how it does, but it works. He showed it. If I could find out where to get one, I don't even know where to get one of those, but I could use it on the other cab up there because I may, once I get this done and get the truck on, I may take that cab and try to finish all the sheet metal on it. Anyway, so you got to keep those things in mind when you're welding. They say again, MIG welding with the argon gas is better. Since I've never welded with it, don't have a clue. But they say it's better. They say it don't splatter as much, and it does a much better job of welding. So something to keep in mind if you're going to do this. Some of you guys watching the show may know all about this. You can tell me, a whole bunch of stuff. Which, if you would, I'd appreciate that because I really do struggle. I'm learning little by little, but I'm learning the hard way. But this may be the only way. Maybe you got to learn the hard way. Maybe everybody does. But anyway, so yeah. So that's the things I know so far. If there's guys out there that know that I'm wrong, tell me. I was listening to 50's Fabrications, and he really seems, he's an older guy. Seems like a guy really knows what he's talking about. I don't know, but he seemed to do good. And he was one that's kind of, he was just giving people some pointers. And so I've been trying to use those. And so far it seems like it's doing okay. Okay, because when I did this section here in the front, when I did this section right here, it turned out pretty well. It welded up pretty nice right there. And I ground that off and it came out pretty good. I mean, I'll paint it. I don't have to do anything. I could put body putty if I want to, but I do want to weld these holes up, but I got to get up underneath there and I got to beat that back. And then once I get those in tight, then I'll weld them up. But anyway, I'll let you go. I'll hope that you all enjoyed what you saw. Hope you were entertained a little bit. And also, hopefully you learned a little bit. I keep learning. Doing it, myself doing it, I'm learning little by little. So, and then if I ever do get the argon gas for my other welder, because I have another welder, I don't know if you can see it, it's that one says titanium on it. That one works off of the argon gas. So if I can get that tank and get some gas, then I'll be able to try that and see if it does any better. And we'll find out. And then, of course, I can let you all know if it does or not. Anyway, so hope you enjoyed the show. I guess you call it a show. I don't know. And hope you learned a little bit. Hope you're entertained. Nowadays there's so much stress in the world. It's nice to be able to sit down, watch a little show, and relax a little bit. Maybe drink some coffee or your beer or whatever it is and just relax a little bit, That's what I like to do. I bring one of the shows up, sit and learn, relax, watch it, and and hopefully you did it. That's what I'm shooting for. That's what I'm hoping for. Is that I can do some things to hopefully entertain you a little bit, and maybe teach you a little bit. Maybe you can help me to learn a little bit. But anyway, so thank you for watching the show. Appreciate it. Again, I changed the name to Classic Restoration, not Restoration, Restoration, because I've got these classics and they all have rust, and that's what we're trying to do is get the rust out. Anyway, so if y'all could let me know what you think of the name. I like it better than the other one, which was Vintage Rust. It just seems like it's hard for me to say. I don't know if you guys noticed, I don't have any teeth. So it's hard for me to say that, where Classic Restoration is much easier. Anyway, so hopefully I'll catch you on the next one. And if you like the video, please like it. And make a comment if you have some thoughts. And then again, for the ones that haven't done it, if you could subscribe, that'd be fantastic. I think I'm up to like 26, 27 subscribers. I'd like to see that go up. It helps me. I'm not getting paid for this, but it helps me. I'm hoping one day maybe I can make some money off of it. I don't know. I live on a limited income because I'm older. And anyway, so yeah. So if you do that, I'd appreciate that much. And then hopefully I can get you out another one tomorrow because this is going to take a while. So anyway, you have a good evening, and I'll catch you on the next one.